Guys, so we're back
Hey.
for the third time casting, myself and Yakut. And this match will be NoRage versus c4mlann. c4mlann won my group yesterday, and NoRage, was he in your group?
Yeah, he was in
Yes.
my group. I sadly didn't make it, but I need to give other people some chances as well, you know?
Good guy, Yakut. Actually, NoRage, he was actually the one who knocked you out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not to pour salt into the wound, but...
See how he does today.
Mm-hmm.
And the game is already starting.
Yep.
We
So,
we see
Hunter versus Priest. c4mlann piloting the Hunter. I heard about this Priest deck. I heard you saying some... I won't rephrase your exact words, but maybe you don't think it's the most powerful deck in the world?
Yeah, it has a lot of late game, like it has Lyra and even Isera in the deck. Probably just to get more dragons into it.
So it's a Dragon Priest
Yeah.
with the 5-mana legendary. It gives like you random pre-spells whenever you cast a spell, or how is it?
Yeah, just a random pre-spell.
Sounds pretty terrible.
This hand looks terrible.
Yeah, why would you play this deck? 8-8-5-5-6? That's not how Hearthstone works.
It has, to be honest, some 2-drops. It has like around 8 2-drops, so it's kind of unfortunate that he didn't get anything.
8 2-drops and then 2... okay, I mean, interesting. It's... Just by the look of it, it seems like it's a very high curve, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. Probably gonna get eaten by this Hunter deck.
Probably he was trying to target control decks, but... Oh, that's a spectator.
Yeah. Nice little
Yeah.
spectator bug. We can like see the players mousing over the cards they're playing.
Yep.
And so it doesn't seem like the priest is mousing over a lot, so he probably blinked. So
c4mlann will just try to smug.
yeah, as you do. I mean, if you face somebody who has this, who's like missing his early stuff, you can just push him out of the game by going very aggressive, right?
He actually
It's,
had kind of a curve, and the priest had like no place, so
Yeah.
it's probably not looking bad for him.
Yeah, he might be able to make the Dragonfire potion, which I assume he's playing maybe twice.
Yeah, I
know.
think he's even playing 2 Holy Novas.
Yeah, so he will try to play around Holy Nova by having something that's
Oh,
big
already a
enough.
lot happened.
Okay, he did pick up a couple of 4-drops though, and I think he was on the coin, so he coined a 4-drop, then played another one.
Well,
Ah,
he's
he's
pretty
still-
low on HP, so...
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the Hunter attacked. He has 12 damage. No, wait, he has lethal, right? c4mlann just has lethal with the unleash, right? Yes.
Yep. He has enough board space.
Well,
Bam, bam.
we missed a couple of turns, but we really didn't miss anything. It was just smog.
Sounds quick.
Yeah. Well, look at all these 5-drops, 8-drops in the priest hand as he died.
Yeah, I don't think you should quite play Lyra because it's so slow and situational. But
Yeah. And the
he was probably trying to target control decks.
and the legendary is not even really a 5-drop. Like you're supposed to get pre-spells off of it by using spells.
Yeah, it's more like you play it on like turn 8 or later.
It's probably just straight up a card that you can only ever use in a super controlly matchup, which is like about value. To me, it sounds like a bad card. To be honest.
Like it's a 3/5 for 5 mana, right? It like the stats are quite bad, but
So it's a purely a value card, but in the current meta, it's definitely. But we didn't know before we sent our deck list exactly how it would be. Maybe he was hoping he could wreck some slow elemental shamans with 4/7 drops and Kalimas. Maybe.
yeah, maybe.
That's definitely not what we've seen though.
c4mlann is playing double Doomsayer. He's probably trying to target aggro decks, right?
Yeah, double Doomsday. He's also I played against him yesterday and lost.
Okay.
I had a match with Murloc Sham, which almost made it to fatigue against his elemental shaman, to be honest. And I saw double devolve.
Okay.
I saw I think there's even doubles. There's at least one storm and double portal, and then he's also playing Doomsayers. So
Like Devolve is also not bad against aggro decks, so
and Kalimas is also
yeah.
3 damage here. Yeah. Well, but still there are a lot of slow cards in the deck. So I'm not sure how consistent it is. I mean, Devolve. It's not like Devolve is a board clear, right? It's
Yeah, it's not, but it gets rid of some minions, or better.
they make them smaller, but you don't necessarily have the like if you don't have Devolve plus AoE, then yes, you lower the damage, but you might still take damage the next turn. So yeah,
You're mostly trying to combo it with like Porter or Lightning Storm.
you dagger here, right?
Yeah, the blue grill doesn't really do anything.
I don't think the 1/2 is so threatening. I think you maybe just even hit it with your face. On the other hand, it depends if you think you're gonna go with the backstab SI. Like if you wanna go for that, well, you might just be able to play the giant wasp. What is that? What stealth? Oh, it's like a new card then.
New card, jump.
It's amazing to me how few of the new cards that I actually know. Like I just don't know what they do. It's pro player like Eagle, right? There's so many cards, right? So many cards this time.
Yeah, it's like 140 or something. Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of them being played. Like if only a couple of them were played, it would be easy, right?
Do you ever heal this thing? Like coin into your 3-drop?
It's definitely an option. You also get the taunt, the tooth.
Like
But you spent the coin. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just do this, right?
Yeah.
And then play a free. Oh. Yeah, this looks better.
Now backstab SR7 is kind of handy.
Yes. When attacking with the dagger last turn is paying dividends, right?
The attack was kind of huge, just gets rid of one more minion.
Yeah, exactly. Usually it's like, if his only possible play this turn was with the SI, he might have not hit it, since it was very likely that he would want to backstab well, simply a hero power from like a totem, and then just SI on the 1/2. So like at least back before this meta, you would very often not attack this 1/2.
Probably not.
Except of course he does have the other 3 drops, so you probably still would. But saying you only had backstab SI, you might not have.
This Doomsayer will probably proc. I think he needs like Cold Blood or something to kill it.
So he's 1 off here, 1 mana off of killing it by pulling patches 2, 3, 6. So yeah, he can't hero power, so he's 1 damage short with the burglar into bluegill. I think I would go with the burglar, to be honest. Just rip the Earthshock.
Even like Hex is maybe okay. He's valuing the 1/1 body, alright.
Well, actually it's 2 1/1s, right? Because patches also gets pulled.
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe it's okay. I mean, it's not like his next turns are mana efficient, right? So keeping it for next turn might be fine. Ooh.
Ooh, now the patches from the Swashbuckler and Cold Blood could kill this off.
Yeah, saving it ended up being much better for him. Well, depending what the Swashbuckler would have pulled, but
most of the times
most
it
of the times
wouldn't give you anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was joking with the Earthshock because it's really pretty far-fetched. Stealth poison. Oh, it's this one. That's pretty cool.
So why didn't he Swashbuckler into Cold Blood?
Yeah, maybe he wants to try and stick whichever minion he cold bloods.
Okay.
Right? Like if you do it on then it's only you deal 4 damage once, but you don't have the threat afterwards. Like if you use it at some point when your minion doesn't die, then it's a threat for the next turn. It maybe even deals 8 damage than the cold blood. But I would have played the burglar personally. Right.
I think at some point you have to play this anyways, right?
Yeah. I also don't see, like, it's perfect, right? You You buff it up to 5. You get it for 3 patches. You buff it to 5. You stay mana efficient. I don't know.
Yep. Being mana efficient is kind of important in our zone.
Yeah. Yeah. If your card is green, play it.
Okay. It kind of remembered me to Thais in the World Champion.
You mean if your secret is green, play
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not always the case that you just. Yeah. He's still holding on to it? This is baffling. Awesome.
Nice.
So we just received some deck lists here, so we can actually see exactly what's in the decks. This is quite awesome. Yeah. So yeah, one storm in c4mlann's deck. This is also kind of what I remember. I mean, oh, and c4mlann is not playing any of the blazers. He's playing the stone sentinels instead. People have been arguing a lot about that. Like, which 7-drop is the strongest in the Shaman deck?
It's the one with the wolves, right?
Yes, it's the one that creates the spirit wolves, basically. I mean, I bet they're not like the wolves. But they have the same stats and taunt. So. So what do you do this turn? Also.
Oh, I think it's bugged again.
Is it?
Oh no, it's not.
No, he's just roping. So face, yeah. I mean, I mean, I guess the alternative was hero power and the 1-mana thing. So he just wanted to play the Fire Alley.
Now he goes for a big advent and gets patches out as well.
Yep. I mean, I still really don't agree with keeping it for this long. You can also draw patches all these turns, right?
Yep.
Like.
But at least now he makes the advent bigger, so it's not the worst thing.
It ends up being fine, yes. And I'm sure he'll play the bluegills or the sentinel. I'm sure he'll play one more minion.
Is this spell power totem not scary, maybe?
Spell damage totem is always... If there's something aggro Shaman meta has taught me, it's that spell power totem is always annoying. Always threatening.
But I guess he wants to keep Lura and Coldblood to maybe kill something.
Yeah, I can see that as well. It's just a question, like, how scary is the totem? I mean...
Like, Potter would have killed 2 minions anyways.
Yeah. He doesn't get punished. I mean, that's...
He probably heals his totem now, maybe?
Yeah, I don't see a reason to save this 3-drop. He has an elemental in his hand. Actually, he has 2 of them, so whenever he draws something that he wants to combo, he just plays one of the elementals, and then he has it comboed next turn.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Oh, Froggy! Oh, no.
So he
Froggy
didn't
not
cold
in
blood.
action.
Was it not a consideration to cold blood? I mean, I guess he doesn't need to, simply.
Oh, he didn't... Oh, somehow I thought about Azurdrake, that he would get Azurdrake, but Azurdrake is out.
No more Asher Drakes. So NoRage is sporting the full Murloc package. I'm not personally a big fan of this, but
Does he even have Dranks?
it's probably still powerful.
He doesn't even have Dranks in his deck.
So and none of the cards dragon. What about the 3-drop that we saw? The stealth, the wasp. That's not a dragon, or what?
No, that's not the Drang.
So he just pulls.
He just pulls a Murloc and a Pirate.
What?
No, he doesn't
No,
pull
not pirate.
Pirates, yeah.
You pull dragons, and you pull. What are they called? Murlocs?
Yeah.
Dragons, Murlocs, and beasts.
And these.
He must have a beast. Surely he has a beast. Come on. Come
No, I
on,
don't
bro.
think so.
Yeah, somebody needs. Well, it's a giant wasp, not a beast, maybe.
But now
probably
I
a
would
beast.
definitely kill this Spell Power Totem.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like it doesn't seem like the best curator. I mean, I don't feel like it fits that well in the deck
Yeah, I don't think so as
with
well.
no Asher Drakes. I mean, he's
This deck gets really fast off cards.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not you know me, I'm not a believer in these type of deck lists. He's even running with the stealth guy, the Shadow Sensei. He just has everything in this. He has pirates, murlocs, stealth. Ah,
Yeah, this is what happens with this deck. Sometimes you top deck your 1-drops. But can you get rid of this 3-5 somehow in a good way?
in a good way, no. In a good way, no. If Asher Drake was a card, he would have an Asher Drake here, and then he could deal with it in a good way.
Oh yeah, you don't even have the spell power damage with
Exactly.
Eviscerate anymore.
He has to overkill it with.
With the Cold Blood most likely?
I think.
You could Cold Blood the 4-6. But then you would be weak to Lightning Storm.
Yeah, but are you not just in a like the other option is to go Squire. You probably always punch the shield with your face. Then you can trade in both the Murlocs. Like or you can eviscerate trade in the 4-2.
Don't
I think
you?
eviscerate trade in the 4-2 and then cold blood something is probably best.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably just cold blood the big boy. Yeah, you seen the hex.
Yep.
Let's go. Yep. So he's ignoring here the spell damage totem, saying I don't have time.
Oh, that actually hurts, right?
Yeah, I'm actually I feel like you just play that, honestly. Just kill the Murloc, right? Guaranteed. Put enough damage on the curator that it trades with your Tar Creeper.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would just play it. The Lightning Storm.
I'm not even sure if you play the 1-2, because you might need an elemental to activate other elementals later on.
Yeah. I can definitely see that you keep this. The thing is though, like, what elemental would you not play if you top deck it? Like,
Well, maybe in 2 turns.
but yeah, I don't know. Like, you draw. Say you draw Stone Sentinel. Are you then just gonna play a 1-drop and then the Stone Sentinel the turn after? Really? But on the other hand, playing the 1-2 is also just nothing.
It doesn't really do much as well.
But I think you have to assess whether you're ever saving the top deck you get for another turn, right? I mean, do you really just not play your Kalimos just to heal next turn? It's an entire 7/7 that you then don't play on that turn. It's interesting, at least, to think about, right?
Well, you could also just top deck a spell that doesn't do anything. Then you would need an elemental.
I see what you're saying. That he plays an elemental, like he plays it now this turn,
Yep,
and then if he top decks an elemental, then turn after.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's why you keep it. So my idea was actually bad. My idea was actually just bad.
Learn to play Crane.
Yeah. Well, I said it was a consideration. Now we considered it, and it was bad. We figured it out.
So, do you play it now, maybe?
I like playing the coin, for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Otherwise, here it's giving
this
you 1
turn-
health at least.
This turn you could have thought about playing it simply because of what I said. But I mean, I guess some of the elementals you really do want the effect rather than tempoing it. Maybe like the Storm Sentinel. Devolve? Devolve?
You probably do it, right?
Yeah.
Like it even buffs your
I don't
minion.
see that you save it for something.
Arrrr.
That's pretty annoying.
I guess you totem first. See
Yeah,
what you get.
get the healing totem. Healing totem is insane. Yeah, that's insane. Then you can value trade. You definitely value trade.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, these draws. He needs to draw the we're seeing his list here. He needs to draw Finja. He has enough Murlocs left, right? think Finja is a good top deck. I think Shaku is, yeah, it's a good top deck as well. And I think Shadow Sensei is an okay top deck. It's a 4/4. And then I think Naga Corsair is a good top deck.
Yeah, from this point, the Shaman has way better top decks and
Yeah, everything else in the Rogue's deck sucks to top deck. On the other hand, I think he played a lot of the cards that are bad to top decks. Like, I don't think he used both the Cold Bloods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used both Cold Bloods, both the Visses, both Deckhands, both Burglars, I think. At least one of them.
he played both.
Yeah, and Patches is out. And then a blue. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of bad top decks left, to be honest. The Deckhand was one of the very few.
He's still trading a lot. Like,
Ooh, I wouldn't hit this.
yeah, I think you need to push at some point as
We
well.
know deck lists, and the players know as well. And there's no Flame Tongue in Camlan's deck. Plus, he has 1 in 3 to get, well, exactly the healing totem. In which case, his 1 damage here was just wasted. So yeah, I think he should have hit face with the Wisp. Oh.
Ay, 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 ay.
Ooh.
Oh, oh no.
Yeah, a bit of a mis-sequencing here. And he actually ended up missing 3 damage to the face.
But to be honest, it's looking kind of bad already anyways.
Yeah.
He needs like something really huge.
Stone Sentinel was a really good draw. Like, what do you even want from this? Like an elemental? What is it called? Elemental Destruction? That's like the best you can pull from it, right? Or is it? Maybe Alec. Alec was
Alakir
better,
is
right?
probably-
Yeah, Alec is better.
Yeah.
This is pretty. This is over.
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
He's one off lethal, but he's just gonna clear this and yeah. Sorry, not Yagud. NoRage has no single top deck in his deck that changes anything.
Bottom right, buddy.
Yeah. And when I said, by the way, that Corsair was one of his best top decks, I don't even think if he'd drawn that earlier that it would have changed anything.
Probably not.
Yeah. Alright, so the Elemental Shaman got a win. I think that was one of Camlan's potentially weaker decks. He definitely has pretty high curve. Actually, he's not that bad because he
It's
does
not-
have some expensive, but he also has a lot of cheap ones.
It's definitely good against aggro decks. Like,
Yeah.
this was probably your favorite match one.
It's probably one of the better Elemental Shaman builds we've seen for this tournament concerning the meta. Like, it's so aggressive, so
And the next match is already starting.
yeah.
Rogue against Rogue.
Rogue Mirror. And Camlan's Rogue, let me just pull that up here. Camlan's Rogue is
It's Quest
Quest Rogue, yeah.
Rogue. Ooh, the Santo.
Camlan is playing the Wisps as well.
I would just not keep Cold Blood. Then you kind of have a curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
doing
it looks
as
pretty
well.
good. So 1 drop, then coin Edwin. What do you coin the Collector?
You probably want to coin Edwin.
Yeah.
Like, the Quest Rogue doesn't really have a good way to deal with the opponent minions. At least not in the beginning.
I don't think that Camlan is actually not running. He's not running Backstab, and he's
Oh wow.
not running Eviscerate either. So he's actually like Camlan's Quest Rogue list quite a bit. I do think that there are a couple things I would change, but I mean, given the
But
time
not
we had,
running
it's-
backstab is also bad against aggro, right?
it
Isn't
is. But yeah, it is. But I actually, overall, I really like this list. You could maybe say that he would like to have a couple of backstabs in there somehow. But overall, this is one of, in my opinion, better lists of Quest Rogue, to be honest. Wait.
I actually like keeping the deckhand here, because it won't do that much, right? He would just value trade the patches and...
It was, by the way, really interesting what Camlan did here. He decided that he was going to play the, he was going to use the quest on the 1/2 from that he pulls from the Firefly. So then
Okay.
he didn't need to play the quest turn 1. He could just play his Firefly and then the quest.
Yep.
Right? That was actually quite awesome.
Wow.
Now it's like, I think most people, they just play their quest turn 1, right? Without even thinking about it
Mhm.
in this deck, but yeah. Stopping to think about it, especially with the hand. I mean, he already has... Cameron is gonna fulfill the quest by turn 5. I mean, he literally has 4 of these tokens right now.
That's true.
Oh,
He's being a bit greedy with that then. He wants to make a 8/8 instead of just a 6/6.
yeah.
Now he has to kind of go for it, so right? Like
Yeah.
waiting longer won't do anything.
Deckhand, coin, backstab. Let's go.
Hmm?
So, Edwin will be an 8/8. It's pretty good.
This is really hard to deal with for the quest rogue.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the quest rogue might actually struggle. Yeah, I mean, he does fulfill the quest this turn, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he fulfills the quest this turn, and but then they become 5/5s. How does NoRage deal with them before? Yeah, I think the quest rogue got this. Honestly,
Okay.
I think he got this because he plays 3 of the guys now and fulfills the quest. This is
It's so
pretty nutty.
sick.
This is very sick.
And you kind of want to kill these 1/2s, right?
Yeah,
So more
that's the
like
thing.
5/5s.
So the pressure of the 8/8 is just, if it has to trade, it's like it's gone. I think it's just over. I think Camlan has this. He even has enough minions as well. I don't see a way out here for no race, to be honest.
In the best case, you can only kill 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like the deckhand SI.
Yep, I
I think
guess.
that's what you do. But then he also has to trade the 8/8. Ah.
I was thinking if you maybe can get something out of Shaku, but nothing comes into my mind right now.
I don't think there is a card in Hearthstone that deals with I have 1 mana 5/5s for the rest of the entire game. That's why we... that's why a lot of us don't like the quest too much. Once you get it, it's pretty busted. Ooh, that's a patches as well, right? I believe that he just top decked the Swashbuckler,
Mm-hmm.
and the Swashbuckler brings him patches next turn.
Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, this is quest rogue's pretty good. When it finishes its quest early, it's just...
I wonder if he was maybe too greedy with that and trying to make it even bigger. Like, he could have played it on turn 2 or turn 3, right?
But you don't know when they finish their quest, right? So it's like really hard actually to evaluate these things. Maybe he should have picked up some information when Camlan decided to go Firefly into quest, because then that means he has a very good idea that he's going to try and complete the quest with the tokens rather than the...
I think it's pretty hard to read into that.
Yeah, you're probably right. What do you even read into it, right? Because the Firefly, you always... It's just more likely you finish it with the other half, right? Because the
Exactly.
Firefly doesn't come without the other half. Whereas the other half comes without the Firefly sometimes. Yeah.
You can just trade, right? You can also go face.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Kamlan is an honorable player. He likes smog.
Why that? Why wasn't it better to just play pets and then next turn he could, if it wasn't killed, he could just pull it back? Oh, he's pulling back the Swashbuckler, thinking that it can help him as well.
Maybe give him another minion.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Cyril.
Yeah. So what is the score now?
3-0, yeah.
Oh wow, 3-0. Okay.
Yeah, so cmlann just has to win one more game.
I think it's with Zoo. Or maybe it got banned. No. He has Zoo, right?
He has it in his lineup.
Yeah.
He has, it's either that or the Pirate Warrior, depending what got banned,
The
right?
Pirate Warrior got banned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, so NoRage is tired of losing with Rogue and is now trying his luck with the Shaman. The Elemental Shaman. I'm wondering, what can you look at what NoRage has in his Shaman, if it's anti-aggro-ish? It's usually like, you wonder how many of the AoEs
Oh
he's
wow,
playing.
he has so much late game. He has like 2 Fire Elementals, 2 Sink from Belows, 2 Blaze Caller, and 2 Stone Sentence.
Ooh. I feel like somehow NoRage is really struggling because his deck lists are just not... They don't seem to be as good as what cmlann is having, to be honest.
Yeah, he's playing a lot of late game, probably expected control decks, but
Yeah, his stuff seems to be targeted in a direction that isn't represented in the top
Exactly.
8, so... Should he even manage to defeat cmlann here, I think it's gonna be very hard for him in the next rounds.
Mhm.
Looking at how his decks...
Well, he
Are.
needs to win 4-0 first. No.
Exactly, like, should he manage to beat cmlann, which I don't think he will. Because Su I think Su is one of the more powerful decks.
Don't give your hopes up, Crane. He can still do it.
Yeah, it's possible. Alright. Coining out. Makes a lot of sense, right? He can just go for the juggler next turn and then the 3-drop.
Yep.
On the other hand, he could also just knife juggler, coin the 1-drop next turn. It would play around portal, right? Like, he gets the 1 damage for free with the juggle. So
Yeah, he
unless he
could do
wanted
so.
to trade this turn with the... But you never want to trade with that guy because it's sticky. You would rather trade with one of your other guys.
Because it plays a bit around Parter and Lightning
Yeah.
Storm.
I think actually he shouldn't have coined out the 1-drop here. I think it's better to wait a turn. He's almost always playing knife juggler next turn anyways. Right? He's not going for the 1-drop. 1-drop, 1-drop. It's always juggler, right?
It's probably Juggler, if he doesn't get
Yeah.
anything else.
I think it's juggler. Yeah. So then I actually disagree with his decision here. Last turn. I think it was unnecessary. It didn't get an extra damage anyways. And it played into portal a bit.
Hmm.
He doesn't... This is not a good one, what do you call, like, reduction. Elemental reduction.
He doesn't even have elementals in his hand, right?
Exactly. The only elemental that he had that he could reduce, he could play this turn anyways.
Yep.
So it was like 2 mana 1/1 with no effect.
Fits Batman.
Yeah.
Actually, he has a lot of elementals in his deck, just not in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2-drop is definitely powerful in elemental
Wow,
decks,
that one
but
is really strong, right?
the Ravasaur.
Like he gets 1/1 token Deathfield.
Yeah.
It plays more around Lightning Storm and Portal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's powerful for sure. I mean, getting the health buff is also pretty powerful, to be honest, but yeah, the tokens are usually very strong. So let's see. Probably trades patches here. Yeah. He has such a big board anyways that playing around the portal is a little bit...
Wow.
Thalna's portal though. It's pretty good, I heard.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And after that it's only 3 1/1s surviving against Thalna's. It's honestly, that was the top deck he needed.
He probably also needs better cards right now. So playing the Talnos might not be too bad.
I think he's doing pretty well. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh.
But what?
That feels kind of weak to Argus, doesn't it?
Yeah. Bam. So what happens? How do you trade if you have an Argus here? Bam, bam, 2-4, then you get a ping. So if he had an Argus, he could... he still... actually, Argus wouldn't... He would have to trade kind of in a way where Portal should be good. As far as I can tell. But just... like, let me check this list. Like, what if the other guy played a councilman? What if cmlann played a councilman this turn? Or even the Ravenous Tedorax.
I think you would have hard time to deal with that then.
Pterodax. It's a Pterodax. Yeah, I feel like that was probably a little bit
But
silly.
now it's kind of paying off, right?
Yes, by...
Because the pot still doesn't kill the egg.
Oh, cmlann.
Oh, wow.
cmlann has pretty much made the read that there's no AoE because of this play. But I still think... I think that if cmlann had a way to play around it like efficiently, he would do so. Like, this is just the result of him not having the cards to play around it while having an efficient turn. So I still don't like the risk, honestly, from NoRage. I would have played it last turn. I really would have.
It's not bad here.
It's definitely strong here. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's right. I'm just seeing the cards that could have punished him for it, and I'm thinking, was it really worth it? I'm not really convinced that it was.
That are a lot of one-drops.
Yeah.
Is that an abusive?
Yes.
So you could activate your egg.
Yes, and you do. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, Firefly. He's not playing the...
Now you could actually make your elementals cheaper as well.
Yes, now that makes a lot of sense. You even curve into the... Like, you can play the 5-5 taunt on the same turn.
Exactly. Doesn't seem too bad, right?
Well, the other option is you can just play the mana tide and then the 5-5 taunt. You don't really need to reduce the elementals, right?
But do you really need card draw with this hand? Like, you have like your 7 drops.
Yeah, I'm just
So you
thinking,
don't
what are you gaining from making the elementals cheaper, really? A hero
The
power
thing
in 2
is-
turns?
Yeah, you could play your flame tongue on turn 8.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that's the only thing you get. But mana tide, drawing a card each turn is...
It's pretty unlikely that it draws more than one card, right? At this point.
Yes.
So I kind of like this play.
Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't think cmlann should be holding back any cards. I think he should just play aggressively into the board. Do you ever hex this? I mean, this councilman is gonna be a... Yeah. But if you hex it, you don't have the buffs. You have to play this elemental.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have anything else to follow up with it as well.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have the elemental activation, right?
Yep.
So these would just be 6 mana 4/4s for until he draws an elemental at some point. So
That's a big boy. Does that help? Not really,
Well,
right?
there's kind of this card in NoRage's hand which says no, this doesn't help.
I wonder.
I think you can squeeze in a tap this turn, but nah. But if you tap, you can't play big boy because you definitely want to play abusive. Yeah, I guess you can't tap. I guess it's a question if you want to play around the hex or not. Like, tapping has a lot of merit if you think about
cannot
hex,
really
but
play around it, right? You just
exactly,
have
you're
to
gonna
go.
have to play the 8/8 at some point, right, to win.
Yep.
Yeah, probably. Ooh, holding back the elemental. I don't know. Holding back a 1/2, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I believe in that.
it's not doing much.
I think you might be needing that 1 point of damage. Like, now there's a hex, and then next turn, it would just be nice to have this 1-2 on the board. Obviously, it plays around AoE, but like, it's just the 1-2. I don't know.
You don't have infinite of time anymore
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
zoo, so you have to kind of go in. Oh wow, you don't even have a way to kill this thing.
Well, you do. It's called Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, sure, Crane.
Well, yeah. So you just play a 2-1 drops and pass.
Yep.
Ooh, that's rough. And then next turn comes the 6 drop plus the, ooh.
Ooh,
Okay, so he's taking 2 value trades.
interesting. You should probably trade now, right? Gets value trades.
Wow. Wow, wee wee.
Now I could see the
Mana
mana
Tide,
tide
yeah.
coming down.
Because then he also has an elemental which he can play next turn, and then top decked elementals for the turn after that. Gets the buff. Or the activation, whatever we want to call it. Another 8-8. And there's the Pterodax as well. I feel like the Pterodax is like a pretty powerful card, but it's not gonna be enough in this type of situation.
Because he's way too much behind.
Yeah. Like getting Wind Fury is not very powerful here, right? He needs it. Then he needs stealth. Maybe that would be. Yeah, but yeah, you play the Hydro this turn anyways.
Yep.
Sure. Oh, he's keeping this 1-2 forever. Maybe there's a bug. Maybe he can't play it. I think he's keeping it for the Pterodax, to be honest.
Like if you lose bots, then you probably lose the game, right? But yeah.
Oh, he's hoping to get stealth and stealth and Wind Fury, maybe something like this. And just hope to get there with Smog. He's not gonna have time for that though.
Yep.
I mean, this is game. So NoRage gets his first win in the series with the Elemental Shaman.
And cmlann still just has to win with the suit.
Yeah, I mean, I still looking at his Su deck. I think he's just copy past that Cyrus's deck list, which is what I did as well. Like I think this is exactly the list I'm playing as well.
Okay.
I might be missing something, but I think it's at least 28 cards the same. Probably 30 cards the same. So, it's a powerful list for sure. Probably not the optimal build. Like, I don't think optimal builds are figured out yet, but
In the end, it's still zoo, right?
yes.
Like, you just try to curve out, basically.
Ooh, NoRage is playing the Raptor hat thing. I feel like most people have kind of decided that this card is not really very good.
Yeah, I don't like it as well, because you don't really want to top deck a 1-drop late on.
In some cases you do, but in many cases you don't. So yeah. And it's a 2-1 until you draw that 4-3, so yeah. Grandma is pretty good here, I guess.
Not so good when you look at cmlann's hand. Since he has a counter with Style Wolf, he can just straight into it.
Yeah. If you knew that this was cmlann's, that the wolf was in cmlann's hand, then no.
You just can't play around it so as well.
Yeah. So, let's see. Is he running Knife Juggler in his Hunter deck? Because I think that's... a huge thing here.
Yeah, he is. He's
Trying
even
knife
playing
juggler.
hyena.
So that's like a reason to keep the unleash. Like I think you would play the unleash here every time if it wasn't because you played those cards. And you might play it anyways, but you have to consider if you can win this game
In the long run.
in the long run without using your unleash with say knife juggler. But I think I agree with him here. I think it's possible,
Ooh.
so I don't mind it. Now we see the knife juggler. This is like the reason why you could have held on to the unleash. But he would have gotten farmed, right? Until turn 5. Like, he would have played the 4/4 last turn. This turn he would have had to play the 2-drop and hero power. And then knife juggler unleash, so... And he would need to
Would
get
probably be too late.
and he would need to draw the knife juggler, right? So...
Mm.
I kinda agree with just playing the unleash there. Can definitely see
This
it.
is a really good soulfire, right? But you probably play
Yes.
knife juggler first because you don't mind if you discard Argos since you have 2.
Yeah, I
Okay.
yeah, this is also fine, right? Houndmaster's not a thing.
Yep.
So what you... Huh. I would like to adapt this, but... Knife juggler adapt, right? It's not really too great. You can get Wind Fury, can you? No, I don't. From adapt?
You can get
think you
Wind Fury,
can,
but
but it's just not...
it doesn't
it's
help you so
what
much,
it's like
does
30
it?
It does if you knife juggler the 5/5.
Oh,
That's
yeah, sure.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you can get Wind Fury, but it's only 30%, I think, because you have 10 option and 3. Yeah.
You... Okay.
Yeah, goes with a more solid line. I wonder what about the 12 here? What? Get 2 1-drops. Getting 2 1-drops is not too bad. There you can curve knife juggler 2-drop 1-drop 1-drop.
I think he's worried that 5/5 would easily trade into his 3/5. Like, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, but the wolf is it really powerful?
It might be with adapt next turn.
But there's also a 1 mana 4/3 in his
Oh
deck.
wow! Oh wow!
Ow, yeah.
Ouch! Is he thinking of trading?
I think you can because you get another value trade, right? So then on board your 5/5 is not even dying now. Yeah, I mean now you just have to yoggle. So knife
You-
juggler then adapt. +3 attack.
Plus
Yeah,
3,
that's
yeah.
perfect. Now he just needs to juggle any 2 health minion twice. And then he has actually a reasonable turn.
It's pretty unlikely.
It's not so likely, yeah, you're right.
So you trade into the 5/2 first and then...
Well, you kind of want to get the buff because that's actually a beast.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, sure.
I would just play it because you also buff the health from 2 to 3, which is quite... This is really actually really important here
Hmm?
on this board.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
he got it exactly. Nice.
Woo!
Not
You're
that
the
we're
best.
not that we're cheering for him, but that was just a nice. Everything just worked out, right? So knife juggler Argus, sure. Or
Yeah.
or do you Argus Soulfire?
To be honest, you kind of want to get rid of both Hyena and Knife Juggler.
Is knife juggler such a like the other guy has 1 card in hand right now? Are you scared of knife juggler this turn? I think maybe you just wanna play your 2 minions. Like the knife juggler might also trade into something next turn, right?
Yep.
I think I like the knife juggler Argus. It should be better. If you get a juggle, you can even trade the egg, right? Like you just need to juggle either
Yeah,
the
it's
3
actually
2 or
not
2
even
2. It
scary.
should be knife juggler Argus. No, I don't.
I can see this as well, so... Because
Okay, actually
he's leaving a
didn't.
3/1
Yeah, I
Argus
did
alive
not.
as...
Yeah, I didn't see this. This was better definitely than the
Yep.
trades I was suggesting. I'm not sure if it was better than Knife Tech Larkus still though.
I think it's still fine. He's still ahead, to be honest.
The thing about Knife Tech Larkus is you keep so far in your hand. Like it's not that you can't you can shoot something next turn. I
Yep.
think I still like that a bit more. Ooh, he drew the 1 mana 4/3.
Well, you probably played here.
Yeah.
And ooh.
I guess it makes sense, right? They would just get value traded.
Yep. Leroy is not a good top deck.
It's these were pretty much the worst 2 cards he could draw.
Can you have a Leroy this time?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. What if you pop your egg and then you play Leroy and whack one of the guys? Whack the 3/5 and then the 2/3 and maybe into the 4/2?
Why would you want to pop the aggro?
Because you get a 5/5? I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you just don't even need it. So what's the other lines? Leroy into the 4/3? Or are we killing the 3/5?
I would probably kill the 3/5, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just
And then value trade the mobs.
because it has 2 more healths, it might be...
It was a
Might be
fancy play to pop the egg, but I think this is better. The play he made. Ooh.
So cute.
Giving him a 5/5 must feel horrible. So many 1-drop top decked.
Yeah. That's also maybe a reason not to play the... How's it called? The 4/3 guy?
Yeah, exactly. The 1-drop that shuffles a 4/3 into your deck. Yeah, like we talked about. But he did get it from Talvia 1, did he not? So it kind of wasn't like...
Yeah.
But just having... I mean, I guess the Talvia 1 would have pulled something else and reduced the chance that he would top deck a 1-drops after that, so... It's still a negative effect in this case. Yeah, I'm really not sure about that card. Infested Wolf. The Zoo is looking hot here because of life tap.
Yeah, and the Hunter doesn't have good top decks anymore. Like, he doesn't run Call of the Wild in his deck, which would be a huge comeback, but maybe like High Main. Oh, he doesn't run High Main
He
as
actually doesn't run High Main. Wow, he can. He has a Hunter's Mark in his deck. Let's hope he doesn't draw that one.
Oh, wow, that hurts. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
I think you kind of have to whack the 1/1. Ah. I mean, I can.
Yeah. Life tap hurts you a lot.
Ooh. Yeah, that's an 8/8. So the way out. Oh man, I think NoRage is gonna have some weird unleash everything into the 8/8 type of way of winning this if he ever can.
Like in the best case, he will play 5 minions, then he gets 5 hounds.
I mean, that's 15.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage. I
It's
mean, he doesn't
actually
need that much more. So the 8/8 here is really strong, but it's down the line, like down the road, it might give NoRage a way to win the game. But he needs to top deck the second unleash, and it needs to be enough. Like he needs to have time to kill Shaman. I mean, I think you play the 8/8 here.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Good
He just
boy.
wants to finish him.
Yeah,
Smug,
yeah.
smug, smug.
Oink, oink.
Does it help?
I think, yeah, maybe Misha is better.
To be honest, it's the same, right? Because you kind of have to get rid of the direwolves and the 5-2 anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ugh. Nobody likes you, Liak.
Go away.
So the direwolf is 4 damage, the other guy is 5 damage, so you can either take away 4 or 5. Do you even... I don't think you care about the direwolf effect anymore. I think the board is gone. The board is completely gone. I think you just have to figure out if you can win with some weird unleash thingy shenanigans. So I might have popped my wolf on the 5-2. My infested wolf.
Yep.
On the other hand, what's the difference between 4 and 3? Not a lot, right? 4 and 3 are kind of the same. If not exactly the same.
So he just needs 3 damage here.
Yeah, and he would have needed 4 if he traded into the 5-2, so... in that sense, it might just make more sense. Alright, sure. I can see that.
He's probably thinking of the unleashed top deck.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't...
well...
It actually doesn't matter if you play another one, right?
exactly. So... he just trades away a couple plebs and then it's not... 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, he needs to trade the 1-1 if he doesn't. 3, 6, 9,
Oh
10,
wow, if
11,
top
12.
deck's
Unleash
unleashed
is
now?
lethal.
Oh,
Okay, well...
no.
on the other hand, Camlin set up his own lethal here, right? Even if there was a Hunter... he set up lethal anyways, though. Like, and if Hunter's Mark is drawn, then that means he gets... honestly, he might have... maybe he should have traded the 5-2. Anyways,
Yep.
that's the series. 4-1 to Camlin. Well played. He's moving on to top 4.
Congrats to him.
Yes.
Top 4. That's not bad.
Well,
He
it's...
played honorable. Went face.
yeah. Like I said, I think actually Camlin has some pretty good deck lists, to be honest. After having seen how aggressive the format is, I think it's pretty strong.
Probably I
It's-
should have brought the same lineup, just an aggressive lineup.
Yeah.
I brought like crabs and so on in mine.
Aggro is the truth. It's just the truth.
Or Murloc Shaman.
Murloc Shaman is an entertaining deck. I'm just an entertainer.
Oh, you're doing it for Twitch chat.
Yeah.
You're the
Exactly.
hero.
I'm the hero. Yeah. In hindsight, the Murloc Shaman, I probably drew it really well when I was testing it. And then playing it in the tournament, it's just way too slow. Feels bad, man. You can't play a quest turn 1, you have to play something that kills them turn 1. Like a Flame Imp. Or an innovate something. That's what we want. Yeah. So do we have a winners? Will there be a winners interview?
Ah, yeah, that's a good question. It should be on the way, yes.
Ah,
Let's see.
Oh,
we're probably getting him for a... You want to do it this time? I did it last time. Only
can
if you
do
want
it
to.
again.
Okay,
You're
maybe.
pretty good at it.
He's still standing up there.
He's still standing up there.
But now he comes. Yes,
Now he comes.
he's heading to the stairs.
Okay, so we've just been informed that he's coming for the winners interview. So we're just sitting here and looking silly for a bit longer until he joins us. Anyways, cool series. And what is the next series? Actually, that's the 3rd series of the day. So that has to be Ostkaka and Game King.
And then you are playing afterwards, right?
And after that, I'll play, and then the winner of my match is playing against the winner of Ostkaka, and his opponent. Hey.
And there it is.
Oh yeah, I also think I called the wrong name. C4mlann, of course, is for the winner's interview. Sit down, please. So congratulations. Just let you get your headset. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, how did you feel about the match beforehand? Actually, looking at the deck list, did you feel favored?
No, I wasn't too sure because it was kind of clear that he'll ban my Pirate Warrior as well as I've done the same. And I target Sue-ish decks, and he's not playing Sue, which is bad for me.
Okay.
So I wasn't too sure about that. But some of his lists don't seem like the perfect list. So
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind. We were talking about this as well. Some of them seemed a little more unrefined than some of what you had, actually. Like your deck list seemed to be targeting aggro, which, well, I guess we are seeing a lot of here in this tournament. All right, so cool. I mean, you're going to top 4.
yeah.
Are you happy with your own deck list then, like overall?
Overall, yes. Because I had nearly no time to practice or to do anything after the expansion came out. So I just like not net decked. I theory crafted them together with my teammate Cyrus most of the time, and so we couldn't really test it. So it's just like a blueprint, and I would do some lists quite different now.
What would you change?
Like the Shaman, it's always like I'm always like the Shaman games take forever, which is good, obviously, but I think like they're lacking like at least 1 or 2 elementals.
Okay, so it's not proactive enough. Like you have too much reactive stuff, or how does it like? Could you be more? Would you change the devolves, or what? What's the?
Yeah, I built it to counter Sue and like all the other stuff that's running around. Therefore, it's pretty good. But I feel like kind of unlucky because I never hit like the big elementals. Like I had 7 big elementals left in the last 13 or 14 cards.
Yeah.
So I was like,
for sure.
So I don't really know.
All right. Well, good stuff. So thank you for your insight, and I guess we'll just get ready for the next match. So thank you for watching.